keep on going?
No, I thought, do I have to repeat or something? Or do
No.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I'm confused by the question.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
So do you have any comments?
None that are helpful. Why don't you start over?
Okay.
Better playing and good job, Dan. It's okay. I wonder in the future if there's got to be some cool technology way we can hook this camera up to that rig in that cabinet and then play it right back. Because if you could step down and I could immediately play that back through the projector up on the wall, it would make more sense to you when I ask you if there's any difference between when you're conducting one person and the whole room. And perhaps it can make a little sense to you when I ask you that question now. But if I've been saying all semester long, you want to ask yourself, if you showed this to your roommate with the sound off, would your roommate be able to get the broad strokes? Fortissimo, piano, legato, staccato, solo, tutti, these kinds of things. And I don't know if that, you can look at it. I mean, she's going to put it up for you on YouTube. You can take a look and ask yourself the question. And this gets more, I suppose this becomes a more pressing issue, a more important issue each day now that we continue. We meet 7 more times, I think is the issue, including the last time is the exam day. So we really have like 6 more times we're going to actually be able to visit about this. And then perhaps you'll never take another conducting lesson in your life. And you may end up conducting. So it reminds me again, I might have said this on Monday in here. I know I said it somewhere, but I can't keep track sometimes of which classes are which. You all are the most important teacher you'll have for the rest of your life. You are your own most important teacher you'll have for the rest of your life. I sat in and I watched some of the music editors the other day. Dr. Manfredo had them taking mock interviews. You might have heard from some of your friends or somebody that are student teaching right now. They came back and he had a administrator from the Geneva School District come in and spend the day. And so he did this, he led this master class. He's done 1 million interviews, and so it's a very cool thing to have them have a chance to sit down and take an interview with this person who's done 1 million interviews and let him afterwards share his thoughts and suggestions, and the whole room full of people. And one of the mock interviewees, somebody you guys all know, he was asked something about his teaching philosophy, and I thought he gave a very good answer. I think it was an honest answer from what I know about this young man. He said that his goal with teaching in general would be that as soon as possible, and every subsequent lesson, the student needs him a little bit less. The very first day, the teacher's showing you how to open a case. I mean, you can't do anything musically without your teacher. You guys are a decade into being a musician, more than that. There's a lot of things you can do right now without a teacher. The older you get, hopefully that continues. So we have this tiny little speck of time together as conductors, and now you all have this huge responsibility that if you ever conduct again, that you're able to make some assessments and assist yourself. So I think you're all good musicians, so that question, as long as you remember to ask yourself, you'll find correct and appropriate choices. You'll make correct and appropriate corrections and additions and changes. You ask yourself if you're getting the sound that you want, and you ask yourself whether or not you're doing everything you can to assist in the sound. All right? So take a moment to just gather yourself. Visualize this a little bit. We have only two differences here. We've got kind of hot and cold again. You know, back when we did that chorale and it was legato or staccato. You know, here you've got one and you've got tutti. That's it. You know, there's no in between. So you can be pretty demonstrative here. Singular and then everybody. Okay, so take a look as long as you need. Make yourself a plan. Visualize what you want to do. You're going to have this video to compare later on to see if what you wanted to look like. You can ask yourself whether you achieved it or not.
Okay.
Okay? So whenever you're ready.
I think I'm on plan B too. Hold on. All right, cool.
Now, who are you preparing? Mm-hmm. Some things to think about. Okay, you'll have a chance to do it again Friday. I thought you did very well preparing the downbeat of bar 3. And then the other two entrances, did you do the same?
No.
Right. So you need some motion on beat 2, don't you?
Yeah.
Of bar 6 and bar 8.
Yeah.
Right. That beat 2 is that preparatory gesture for the tutti ensemble. Okay. Thank you. Ben looks ready.